Hi everyone, I'm Becky. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome for the first time. I want to thank everyone who has subscribed and everyone who has liked and shared. It is so much appreciated. I really do thank you so much. Now, what are we going to do for the month of September? September is going to be a very interesting month, and we are going to do a 5-card spread. 4 of the cards, one each, will represent each week of the month, with the 5th card being the energies that we can expect as we move into the month of October. I'll also be crowning the reading today with 1 card from the Romance Angels Oracle card deck to give the angels the last word and to also give us some insight as to what sort of love energies may be at work during the month of September. It's going to be very interesting indeed. If you are into astrology, as I am, even though I'm not an astrologer, I'm really into it, some of the eclipse points will be triggered again this month. So, even though we're not having an eclipse, some of the other planets are moving over those exact degrees one more time, and so we'll be able to revisit some of the issues and refine and maybe develop some of the aspects that occurred last month. Also, Mercury is going direct. Yay! I hope Mercury retrograde has not played havoc with you as it has with me. I completely lost a laptop that decided to just stop, and that was it. So I hope Mercury retro has been kinder to you. Mercury will go direct on the 5th, but the shadow period of Mercury will be a little bit later on around the mid-month period. So we will want to hold off just a little bit if we can until Mercury is back up to full speed once the shadow period has concluded. Okay, so without further ado, on to the readings. Hi Cancer, welcome to your reading for September 2017. Now, as I mentioned in the introduction, we'll be using 2 decks today, and the first deck is this one, and this is the Numerology deck. Each card has a color and each one has the same geometric shape, but each one has a word at the bottom that's going to help us and a number at the top. So we'll be getting messages from those. And also, we will be crowning the reading today with the Romance Angels Oracle cards deck to give us some idea of the love energy that we will be seeing in the month of September. Now, I've already created a sacred space around the cards and us today, so we're ready to get started. Angels, we are reading for Cancer 2017, the month of September. What messages can you give us for Cancer in week 1 of September 2017? Cancer, week 1, 2017. Cancer, week 1, there it is, 2017. Cancer, week 2 of 2017. Angels, whoops, dropping the deck. Angels, Cancer, week 2. Cancer, there it is, week 2. Cancer, week 3. I'm going to move those up just a little bit there. And Cancer, week 4, Angels of 2017, September. There it is. Wow. Huh. Okay, and Angels, we're looking for Cancer, the energy going into October. No, not that. The answer, no. Energy going into October. Angels, there it is. Huh. Very interesting cards. Huh. Very interesting cards. All right. Some of these have come up for another sign as well. Angels, what is the love energy that Cancer may be experiencing in September 2017? The love message for Cancer 2017. There it is. All righty. Okay, Cancer, let me just look for a minute. And I think you can see those. Make sure you can see those. Okay, let me just listen. Huh. Okay. All right, so let's get started. Now, let's look at what the cards are again, a little bit closer so you can see. We've got the number 9, which means completion. That's the first week. The second week is Rebirth, number 16. Self-discipline for week 3 of September, number 41. Week 4 of September, leadership, 81. And the energy at the end of September going into October, moderation, number 14. And the love energy that may be affecting you in September of 2017, the advice from the angels is this: let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So we'll be talking about that in just a moment. Okay, so let's get started. In week 1 of September, we see here we've got completion. All right, so this came up for another sign. I don't remember which one it was, but it's a very common energetic for the month of September, because those 2 eclipses we experienced in August, whatever was presented to you in August, you may still be wrapping up some loose ends. The solar eclipse at the end of August, the lunar eclipse at the beginning of August, that was a full moon lunar eclipse at the beginning. It may have brought forth some things into your awareness that needed to be wrapped up, loose ends, tied up in preparation for sort of that rebirth, that beautiful solar eclipse that came at the end of August. And as we move into September, some of that energy is still there, and there still may be some preparation to do in order to prepare for the next cycle, so to speak. So in the first week of September, Cancer, you may be still finding that there are loose ends to be tied up. Now, as I mentioned to another sign, it doesn't mean that you're saying goodbye to people, although it could be. If there are friends with whom you have had a soul contract, so to speak, and somehow you feel that friendship is winding down, it's sort of having a natural conclusion to it. It doesn't mean that you have to let go forever, but it may be that this next part of your path, maybe this person is not walking that path with you for now, and so that's okay, and that's okay. And I just heard, if things appear to be leaving your life, do not despair about that. Have a positive feeling. I just heard that. If things appear to be leaving your life in the first week of September, that's okay. Keep a positive focus and frame of mind regarding things leaving, or appearing to leave, or you having to tie up those loose ends, and coming to an awareness within yourself that this friendship may be going into a resting phase, or some of you may even be aware on some level that friendship, while it's always a soul connection, while that person will always be a part of your soul family, maybe in the journey in this lifetime, they are not meant to walk further with you on it right now. Now, they could join you on your path a little bit later down the road, but for the month of September, it looks like, there may be some completions going on that, it looks like to me, I don't see any indication that it will be upsetting. I see it's almost like this knowingness within yourself, Cancer, that this is how it's supposed to go, how it's supposed to be. So you may want to go within and just tap into your feelings and see what comes up for you when you consider. It could be a job that it's You may even have felt urges in August, like I'm not supposed to be here anymore. I'm supposed to be on my path. I'm supposed to have already left this job. Why do I find myself still in these surroundings with these people? I don't understand. I feel like I've already moved on. And this, yes, I just heard the word precognition. Thank you, angels. It may be Cancer that you've got sort of a precognition of your next chapter in life, and you find yourself still mired, for lack of a better word, in these old circumstances, whether it be in a relationship, whether it be just boyfriend, girlfriend, whether it be being single, and now you get the feeling that you're supposed to sort of move into some kind of a partnership, whether it be you've been out of work perhaps for a while. That phase is ending. Whether you are working somewhere, but you get the feeling that you don't belong there anymore, and that your path is leading you elsewhere. Whatever has been going on heretofore, the eclipses in August have shown you, Cancer, that various things in life may be winding up, and it's supposed to, because this chapter that you're entering into by the second week of September is going to be one of complete rebirth. So just make peace with whatever it is that you need to wrap up. Set it down gently. You don't have to forget it or sever all ties forever and ever. You always have free will. But if it appears and feels that way to you, then that's okay. Just so you know, yeah, that's okay. Because in week 2 of September, Cancer, you are going to be undergoing the beginnings. And yeah, and they're emphasizing beginnings here, because you are going to be in the beginnings of a rebirth cycle, Now, it won't all of a sudden, boom, in week 2, your new life unfolds dramatically and boom, that's it. All of a sudden you're plopped down into that rebirth. No, remember birth is a gestation process. It's a process that develops over time. And as we experience time here on planet Earth, we experience it as linear, even though we know it's not linear. But that is our perception of it. And so as you go through this rebirth, it may not feel like linear time to you. Depends on how this goes for you, but it may. And just know that whatever way you experience the timing of this, it is a process. You know, I mean, to give birth to anything is a process. I mean, to give birth to a human, it's a 9-month gestation. To give birth to, you know, other creatures that share this planet with us, there's always a process where the person or the creature is undergoing some sort of gestation period where this new thing that they're giving life to is developing, and then it emerges at a later point in linear time. And so you, in the second week of September, will be starting that rebirth process. And that's why, and they just say the word critical, that's why it's important, Cancer, that you wrap things up. Whatever you're carrying now that may be a burden to you, okay, I'm just listening, hold on. Whatever, they're just saying that whatever it is regarding this completion card, it might feel like it's something you didn't want to do, and of course you don't have to do it. You do have free will, but it might feel like something you're not sure you want to do. But yet on a very deep level, it's a great knowing and a deep knowing that it is something that you're going to do, or is something it's time to do, I should say. Of course, you know, that is a free will thing, but in order to rebirth something, to give birth and recharge your life, beginning in the second week of September, there are some things that will probably need to be tied up, but you'll know what they are, and you'll know if you should or shouldn't tie them up. You go within. For each of you, it's going to be different, okay? So I cannot tell you, yes, put an end to every single thing. No. I would never say that. It's something you have to discover for yourself. But whatever you feel the need to tie up, when you do tie it up, then you enter into this gestation period where you're going to be renewing yourself and giving birth to a new way. In week 3, we've got self-discipline. Let me just listen here. Okay, so they just said in this rebirth process of week 2, it is going to require a lot of self-discipline as you enter into week 3 of September, because there may be a feeling of not wanting to continue that, because it may feel like it's getting a little bit tricky or a little bit difficult. Maybe it tires you out. Maybe you get confusion somehow around this path, this new path that's emerging for you. So the angels are saying that because of that, you need to really focus on discipline, self-discipline, disciplining yourself and committing, I just heard commitment, committing to this rebirth process, because it will take self-discipline on your part, and you've got to show up for that. You've got to show up for that in week 3. But hold a good thought, because you will be emerging in week 4 in a new leadership role, Cancer. Now, I don't know what this leadership role is. It could almost be in anything. It could be in any aspect of life, however this is playing out for you. But you will emerge into some kind of leadership role. And I'm getting the notion, I'm getting the feeling it's a short gestation period. It's not going to be years and years of study and rebirth and angst and this and that and self-discipline and trotting an arduous path. No, I'm getting that this is going to be fairly quick as you proceed through September. You just have to hold on to that self-discipline. Now, what is the energy as we emerge from the last few days or even hours of September entering into October? The energy that you shall be seeing is, or that you're being counseled to remember, is the energy of moderation. Moderation. All right, yeah, they just told me that because this rebirth process into leadership, almost like a butterfly going through the chrysalis stage and emerging in a leadership position, leadership role, because it's going to be so fast for you, Cancer, in the month of in the month of September, as a result of the eclipses ramping up that energy in August, which is what they do, and that's why we have them. You will need to remind yourself at the end of September, going into the first week of October, that you need to practice moderation in all things. Moderation in all things. And that means getting enough rest, getting a proper diet, getting enough recreation, enough time away from whatever your focus is in the month of September. Do take breaks, and remember, all things in moderation. Even if you get so excited, it's the giddiness of this rebirth and emergence into your new leadership role, leadership in any aspect of life, even being your own personal leader, reclaiming yourself. And being in charge of you again. If you have allowed someone to sort of co-opt your energy, you may rediscover yourself as the leader of your life. But whatever it is, you may be so giddy that you want to indulge in this and that and the other with giddy excitement. And, giddy excitement's great. But the angels are advising, just remember to exercise moderation as you embrace and embody this newfound energy. Okay, now as it relates to love in the month of September, we've got this: let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Very, very good advice. It may be that I just sort of am getting the feeling, it may be that this rebirth and process into one of a leadership role in your life, it may be so fast and so kind of whirlwind, so to speak, that, if it's not about love, it may be that it's time to ask for help from your friends to sort of bring that love element into this great rebirth process that you're going through. Maybe this is focused in another area, but yet, we have to, all of us need love and in some form or another. And so if you're not meeting anyone because you've been so busy with whatever it is going on here, ask your friends to help you. A lot of times people meet other people through their friends network, whether it be through social media, through their friends on social media, or if you do that, exercise caution, of course, until you can use caution when you're meeting people through the internet, as it were, or social media. But maybe your friends can use the old-fashioned method of introducing you to someone in the 3D reality, some friend of a friend, who they already know is who they say they are. Okay, so I guess that's about it, Cancer. That wraps up your reading. Remember to take what you will from the reading today and leave the rest if it doesn't resonate. I also want to wish you great peace and richest blessings of all kinds, and, as I always say, great love beyond your wildest dreams. And so it is.